lot has changed in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will have the opening possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Promising start to that drive sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. So Penn State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important, this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit hurt.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Free up the gut. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete to the left, to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny. They all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that experience.
Going for it all. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Extra point here will tie the game.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Working that left side now. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his tight end. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing.
Looking deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Badgers are threatening on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Magoo. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Badgers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Stop with that return right at the 30-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gage. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Looking downfield, it's Magoo. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll test the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll run it from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Going to sling it on second down. They'll run the screen. And good blocking in space out there to give them enough room to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Gets it out quickly. There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The extra point here would tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And I tell you what, I love the versatility of wide receivers nowadays. You can handle the football in many different ways, but I like this. Get him going full speed in motion. He's already got all that speed built up, handling the football. He can chew up 5 yards in a hurry, get you those critical yards you need to put you in better situations.
The Badgers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Pettis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Magoo. Snagged out of the air. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds a spot in the middle. And tackled there by the defense.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They're working that left side. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Got the quick pass. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He's in open space downfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And and this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release on the RPO. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It's a draw. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. They're setting up the screen. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
To the air on first down. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Penn State! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oregon has the lead currently in Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over UCLA. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Magoo. Quickly complete. Got room at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The quick out. Breaks into the open. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Here's the handoff. Got the 1st down and more. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Oh, he's got some space. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. In a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Now adjusting. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication. And
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. These corners backing off a bit. This time they'll go to the running game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter, go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. And runs through another one. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Back to throw, it's Magoo. Completes it in the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense changing the play. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll go to the toss. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be...
Touchdown, Badgers! And they... out front here on the 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking, understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
So now it's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got it. Slips through the line. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. There he goes. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop you.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the win.